Nation.
SMD Law is the official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Check them out on the interwebs at smdalaw.com or at 866-529-3537. No matter where you are in the state of Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Lower Peninsula, it doesn't matter. They have an office near you. So whether you need to send a letter to an annoying neighbor, or you're a criminal and you need defense, maybe you just have problems with elder law, check them out, smdalaw.com today. The official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Call them first. Then you act.
Welcome back, Spartan Nation. Now we're glad to bring in for the good, the bad, and the ugly with MSU Athletics, the great coach Chuck Grenier, legendary State of Michigan high school prep football and basketball coach, now retired and chasing his wife and chasing the walleyes. Coach, how's the fishing?
Fishing is fabulous. Catching a lot of walleyes right now.
Yeah, and I keep telling you to invite me up, and I don't get the invite.
You have an open invite.
All right, I'm going to call you later this week. We're going to schedule that then. I'm being completely serious. I'd love to come up.
All right.
Coach, I want to dig in a little bit. We're going to jump around to a lot of different subjects. I want to start with Spartan basketball, the preseason #1 team. This team is loaded top to bottom. They get back a Joshua Langford, Xavier Tillman. I mean, Nick Ward needed to go. He was, he's fine in the classroom. There wasn't any issues off the court, but Xavier Tillman was rising. Xavier Tillman, basically took his minutes. He knew it was not going to improve if he didn't go. It was kind of like when Will Golston left because Shalik Calhoun was behind him. But this team is somehow, a lot of people believe, myself included, going to be better. Kyle Arns will be 100%. Joshua Langford will be back. Again, the team is rising. Your thoughts on the preseason #1 ranking? Is it too early, or your thoughts?
No, I think they're going to be a really, really good basketball team again this year. And it's going to be that old thing that, coaches say all the time, the injury bug. Now, you got Kyle Arns that has had a history of having some problems. And I think it's all going to determine how far they go next year in the NCAA, with the development of some of the players they have coming off the bench, Brown and Bingham. I think if they develop over the course of the summer, get a little stronger, their game improves a little bit. They've got a great starting five. They've got a great bench behind them.
Coach, your thoughts on the MSU basketball team? If you could wave a wand, what's the one biggest concern you have and you would fix for them?
Well, it might be height. I don't think you can fix that right now. With Tillman at 6'8" and Bingham at 6'11", I think that's the height that they have. The two tallest guys they have, and then you've got your freshmen coming in, and Hall and I forget the other freshman now, 6'7". But the height is one thing that they really don't have. But Langford, his foot's got to be good too, and I think they just don't have a lot of depth in height.
Coach, I want to switch gears to hockey. Danton Cole's doing a great job in hockey. Any day now we could see the announcement. They're going to start building out and doing a lot of improvements to Munn. Just financially, we know that started under Tom Anastas. And certainly I don't think he gets enough for credit for the resurgence. But Danton Cole's doing a great job. Your thoughts on Spartan hockey?
Well, I'd like to see a real comeback resurgence on Spartan hockey. Money's always a thing in athletics and in any level that you're at. And when Munn and the hockey team was going great guns there for so many years, sellouts for I don't know how long, they need to have that income. And if the hockey team comes along, what a great boost to the treasury there at the athletics for Michigan State. I think Michigan State hockey was always a great thing to go and watch, and I'd like to see it really come back.
I agree. Coach, let's talk a little bit about Spartan football and the game day experience. Alabama just announced they're going to spend close to $100 million simply to make the game day experience better at Alabama for their fans. They keep limiting tailgating. They keep closing lots. Would you like to see alcohol put in the stadium for sale? And what do they need to do to make the game day experience better?
I would absolutely hate to see alcohol available in the stadium. There's nothing that depresses me about going to a ball game. I refuse to go to see pro games now. To be in the stands and have obnoxious people in the stands are obnoxious enough as it is, but with alcohol, it just kind of like snowballs that effect. I think it's wrong. I think you're there to watch the football game, and to have alcohol available inside the stadium, I would be totally against that. There's enough on the outside. There's enough partying going on. It's not that we go to a football game anymore to support our team. We go there to have an experience, to get fired up outside, and then come into the stadium. Not too much into that, I guess. So, in my own personal opinion, no on the alcohol.
Coach, that's why we love you. We want your own personal opinion. People love you. People love the coach. Mm-hmm. Coach, got a couple of emails from people after they heard your season predictions. I want to read them for you and get some response, okay?
All right.
Dale in Frankfort, Michigan says, Coach, love listening to you on the show. I love the podcast. I wish I could be as optimistic with you as 10 wins. Can you give me one good reason why you sincerely believe this team gets to 10 wins?
Well, I think they had the talent all along. I think they've got the players to get 10 wins. I think there were some problems coaching-wise. There are some problems with game planning. I think the players are there. I think D'Antonio has a chutzpah to get him to do the 10 wins. Things just didn't go right for him, and I think they can get to the 10 wins. Now, they should be able to, with the talent and the recruiting that they have, get 10 wins. It's that thing, again, based on last year. You know, you're a couple drop balls away from some wins last year. And, you know, they played well at times. And the number one reason I think they can get 10 wins is they got a championship defense. And, you know, if you can keep the other team down, things happen. And so, you know, if you've got a great defense and the other teams can't score, well, the worst that can happen is you can tie 0-0. So great defense is always the best offense, so I think they can get 10.
I'm no doubt, Samir. I thought that was an interesting one. Next one comes to us from Brian. Brian lives in South Lyon, Michigan. Brian says, Dear Coach, if you had to say, does Michigan State's biggest problem last year talent or coaching?
Oh, coaching and game planning, no doubt about it. They had the talent on that one. The biggest thing that hurt them last year, without getting a couple more wins with Sheldon Davis going down, I thought that he was just a game changer on that one. And you got to be able to coach around that. And to exclude some of the players on your team, I thought they did not use the tight ends adequately enough or throw to them. I know they didn't catch the ball well on occasions, but you got to open up, you got to game plan better, and you got to go with what you can do. And I thought last year in the game planning and some of the calls offensively, they just weren't on the right page. So I think it's going to be a lot better this year. I certainly hope Salem really comes through and is a little bit more innovative. And I know there's talk coming out of camp about changing the offense a little bit and adding some stuff. We hear that every year. But I think they can do a much better job.
All right, Coach. The last one comes to us from Ryan. Ryan is in St. John's, Michigan. Dear Coach, do you think Terrence Samuel got hacked by Mark D'Antonio? He was the only one on staff you and Hondo seemed to felt like did a good job in the offense. I think he kind of got robbed by D'Antonio getting moved, making him look like he was the responsible.
Yeah, I think the only really solid coaching job last year on the offense was probably Samuel. With the injuries that they had, you remember White went down, Felton Davis went down, and you were putting some guys in there that were the backups, and they definitely were showing that they were the backups. And I don't know. It was funny that they completely changed everybody around in the offense, and I just didn't understand why that happened. And I thought Samuel did do a great job, and probably one of the only offensive coaches in their position last year that did a good job. But to get moved completely out of the picture, it seemed like I didn't understand that move at all. I thought he got hacked pretty good.
Brian wants to know, and Brian's from East Lansing. Coach, are you going to get an Instagram account?
Nah, yeah, I have enough problems answering the phone, so I don't think Instagram is for me. I don't even know what it's about, to tell you the truth. So
the good, the bad, and the ugly with Spartan Athletics, Coach Grenier. Spartan Athletics, Coach Grenier.